First of all, I want to start by saying I hate the show Shark Tank. I've never liked it. I thought it was for douchebags. I thought it was very pretentious, a little pedantic, and I never liked Kevin O'Leary. So fuck that guy. Let's begin. Just wanted to get that disclaimer out of the way.
Welcome back to Multiverse of Merriment. I'm Nina. This is Justin.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about all sorts of stuff.
Got a good one for you today, folks.
We're going to talk about BTS and Shakira and Madonna headlining the World Cup first ever halftime show. So that'll be interesting.
They've never done that before?
No, they do not do halftime shows at the World Cup.
Okay. All right, I'll have questions about that when we get there.
We'll get more into that when we get there.
That's news to me, I guess.
We're also going to talk about Justin has a list of the top 10 movies that he thinks everyone should watch. But we're going to do 5 today. Yep. We're going to do 5 next week. So we'll talk about that. And but up first, we've got a Shark Tank billionaire calling out some 20-somethings in Utah.
First of all, I want to start by saying I hate the show Shark Tank. I've never liked it. I thought it was for douchebags. I still believe it's
liked that show at one point.
It's for douchebags. I knew some douchebags who really liked Shark Tank. I didn't like it. I thought it was very pretentious, a little pedantic, and I never liked Kevin O'Leary. So fuck that guy. Let's begin. Just wanted to get that disclaimer out of the way.
All right. Well, we should probably give the people a little background if they don't know anything about this. So these girls have been fighting a data center that people like Kevin O'Leary, who is funding it, are trying to build in Utah. And they the data center would basically take up all the power that the local power company has to offer, leaving the surrounding communities with little to no power.
Which is about 50,000 people. It's not a, tiny community. These are 50,000 people that the power company is essentially like, don't know what you're going to do, but
sucks to be you.
Sucks to be you. We need this data center.
Yeah. But so the girls are kind of winning their fight.
They have been winning, to be honest. They've been taking it to
Kevin O'Leary is being a little baby bitch about it.
Don't like to lose. Don't like to lose.
So he went on to Fox News to try to disparage these two ladies.
Go runs the daddy.
And they clapped back with a video. And so we're going to watch that video because they did a really good job.
It's strategies, also a cell operating inside of Utah. Gabby Finlayson. Gabby, what are you doing? And who's paying you?
Well, hi, hello. It's me, Gabby Finlayson. What am I doing? Apparently, we've reached the part of the Stratos data center journey where Kevin O'Leary goes on national Fox News to accuse us of being cells for the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, who would want us to stop building our electrical grid? Which adversary would want that? There's only one. It's China. So what I think is happening, I got my guys to go a deep dig into the IP addresses, and here's what we found out. This is fascinating. We found 2 cells inside of Utah. Elevate strategies. Gabby Finlayson. Gabby, what are you doing? And who's paying you? So what I'm doing right now is, after getting this data, I'm calling out Gabby, operating in Utah.
So, hi, Kevin. We are...
Pause it real quick. I tell you, it's fascinating to me that he's like, he was saying, like, who would not want this? Who would not want this? It's clearly only China. Yeah. It wouldn't be anyone in Utah who is opposed to this. It's clearly only China would be against this. That stood out.
What's crazy though is that we've been hearing about data centers for a while now, especially for AI based data centers, and they destroy the surrounding environment, including the water. They use up a ton of electricity. Everywhere that they've been proposed to be built, people have been fighting back against them because they will destroy the local community in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's why wouldn't anybody want this?
Right. Literally everybody. everywhere that they've tried to put a data center in, there has been pushback. And there's been very few data centers that have actually gone in. Most of the times, they do get voted down because they will be bad for the community that they're going to be put in. So I just thought that was fascinating that that's where his brain went. But, and then too, he's paying money for people to try to dig up dirt on these two girls.
Yeah.
What a slime ball. Wearing sandals with his suit. All right, let's go.
Utah, you might not know it because you're from Canada, where we live. Before we get into anything too serious, this is the very scary, very intimidating man that is threatening us. We are not taking the criticism of
sandals with the suit,
wearing flip-flops and a suit on national television. You know, it's not every day you get called out by first and last name on Fox News by a Canadian billionaire trying to ruin my state, but here we are. Kevin, are you okay? But after sitting with this for a moment, we decided to take it as a compliment because, first of all, how are these men scared of us? Have you met us?
It's a good question.
Terrifying. Look at them.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Terrifying. A forensic audit of who's funding their platforms. Who is it? So these are proxies for the Chinese government's my argument. And if they're not, because I want them to be able to...
I want an audit. I want to know.
Wherever you are.
Okay, Kevin, go ahead. Mr. Wonderful's Nancy Drew little detective agency. Have at it, brother. Because if we were Chinese operatives, we would be the worst operatives in the entire world. Someone alert Beijing that the payment portal to Jackie and I's Amex bills is somehow broken. As a reminder, in the state of Utah, if we were in this to be making money, we would be doing literally anything else. And you should know that because your job is to give small business owners advice. Yeah, you'd think that Kevin would understand the hellscape that is late-stage capitalism and consumerism that has led to you becoming a terrible, horrible billionaire who's trying to ruin our state.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about audits, I should be auditing the Stratos project. We should be auditing all of the politicians that, I don't know, do you have property surrounding the Stratos project? Or maybe do you have interests that you were changing the laws before this was created? Hypothetically. We're just saying we should maybe look into people that stand to make hundreds of millions of dollars off this project. And let's be so for real and so clear, that is not us. It is not us. But sure, let's do the thing that all men who are scared and have no actual facts do, which is accuse women who have a fully formed thought of being the problem and being Chinese.
Nice.
Just like me.
Nice.
Like, how are we making this video right now? Like, it's so unserious.
And they should thank me for this promotion I'm giving them right now. And let's shine the light of transparency.
They're getting a huge promotion right now.
Leadership. Data Utah itself. These two cells.
Well, Kevin, you say that like it's a scandal, and it's not, because we are damn proud of the fact that we will continue to be shining a light on the corruption and insanity that is going on in this state, not just with this project, but with many others. We will continue to be here doing that work long after you've forgotten about Utah, because you don't actually care about what happens to the state.
Let's show the people of Utah you actually care about them.
We don't need Kevin to teach us to care about Utah, because we've been here, we were born here, we work here, we have sacrificed a lot of time, unpaid jobs, just to try and make this state better. We're the ones that actually love this state, and that is what
all he's done is motivate them.
And we care about this data center and
all
what
he's done.
Do to the future of our state. And I think it's important that we get to this. So out of frame, just behind Kevin O'Leary while he's doing this Fox News hit, is a life-size cardboard cutout. My life is extremely short. Maybe that's how tall he really is. We don't know. As the old saying goes, behind every terrible man is a cardboard cutout of that same man.
This actually made me laugh because one of the things that we did in college was so our college president, whose last name was Hogan. I don't remember what his first name was.
Wasn't Hulk Hogan, was it?
It was not.
Okay.
He put up cardboard cutouts of himself all around UConn.
Oh, come on.
And what was really funny about them was that one, he was talking on a cell phone. So like he wasn't even like it wasn't even like he was trying to interact with the students with his cardboard cutouts. Like he was literally just ignoring us.
He was on his phone.
Whilst also having cardboard cutouts of himself. They cost like $600 to $800 a piece too. So money well spent. Yeah.
A real man, and he chose to wear this hat that says Utah National Security. When did they have these made? Was it a gift from Stuart Adams and Spencer Cox and Mike Schultz? I don't know. But please, Kevin, let us know where this dumbass hat came from. So we decided that we need to make a hat of our own because we also have security concerns for the state of Utah, just slightly different. We are worried about the Great Salt Lake. We are worried about our carbon emissions. We are worried about our electrical grid. We are worried about the temperatures rising in our state. We care about the economic, environmental future of our state. state. So if you would like to support the work that we are doing that apparently has these billionaires shaking in their boots, you can buy our hat, which now says Utah Nature Security. And those donations of just $30.
I love the troll.
We're doing. You can pre-order these hats, which will go to us and Alliance for a Better Utah, the two organizations called out by Kevin.
I kind of want to do it.
Please support us because we might need lawyers.
I kind of want to do it, but it's like I don't live in Utah. I've never been.
I know, but I kind of want to do it too. I think we should at least buy one of these hats.
Yeah, buy one hat. I love it. I love that they are not afraid of this dude at all. Like, they're so brave. Like, I feel like if somebody went out and blasted me on Fox News, there'd be a moment I'd be like, oh my God, what happened? But like, they're not bothered by this at all. Like, they're loving it. I love it. They're so brave. Because I don't know if I would be as chill as they are about being blasted on Fox News by a billionaire calling me some Chinese spy. I think I would be freaking out a little. I'd be taking my anxiety pills for sure. But like they seem
in college though, you feel pretty invincible in college. I did a lot of shit in college. I nearly got arrested a ton of times in college. You do what you got to do to get your point across.
I don't know, man. I feel like I would have been like, oh my God, they just shot me out on Fox News, man.
Nah, this would totally be my vibe in college. But
that's cool.
I really like these girls. Elevate Utah. Go buy that hat.
Yeah, go buy that hat. Go buy the hat. Support them.
That was pretty funny. That video,
and support their channel. So I got that video. That video I was watching it. Came up in my feed. Because I've been watching it, Critical have been talking about it, and of course the Majority Report have been talking about it. But that's Elevate Utah. They have their own YouTube channel, and you can follow those girls. I think everybody should, so we can see how this fight goes. But they are currently winning the fight, and how you know they're winning the fight is that he had to run to Fox News to drag them through the mud. That's how you know they're winning the fight.
To cry like a little whiny baby.
Yeah, that's how you definitely know they're winning the fight. So yeah, let's continue to watch Kevin O'Leary sink here. And end up at the bottom of Salt Lake City with his sandals. So yeah,
sandals.
Cool, very cool, nicely done.
Terrible.
Nicely done, girls.
Yes, round of applause to them. They're also on Instagram. I know. I assume they're on multiple platforms, but so just go follow Elevate Utah wherever you can.
That's cool.
For our second bit of merriment this week, as you know, I love BTS, and we will at some point be doing a Multiverse of Merriment episode where I try to turn you into a BTS superfan because that just seems like fun.
Give it a shot.
But they have said recently that they wanted to do the halftime show at the Super Bowl,
which I would love to see.
Which I still think
could happen.
Yeah.
You think it could happen?
I don't know if it could happen, but it would still be a great time. So I hope that it happens at some point.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if they did 2 halftime shows in 1 year. That'd be
so that's
fun.
what I was going to say. I was like, do you think this diminishes their chances to do a halftime show, or do you think this is an audition for a halftime show at Super Bowl?
I would love to see it.
I think it'd be cool. I've seen them, obviously, with you. I have seen their live performances multiple times. You watch them quite a bit. I secondhand watch them. And they're good in concert. I will admit, like I was highly entertained by their show, and I think it would make a really cool halftime show. And I would love to see Turning Point USA try to do another one to counteract the army of BTS fans. Who did we get? So we've done Kid Rock, so they would have to go out and get Ted Nugent next time, maybe. I think so it would be the second one. Ted Nugent is gonna draw more than BTS. Could you imagine?
Yeah, sure. In his dreams. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about this one. It's interesting. So, like we said, FIFA has never done. There's never been a World Cup halftime show ever.
I don't watch soccer, so they don't. So what happens in that? Do they have a halftime?
There's 15-minute halftime, and it's just halftime.
They don't do anything. They just go to the corners, take a drink, and come back. So I guess I've never watched soccer. I don't watch soccer, so I didn't know how it worked. So that's crazy. So the very first halftime show ever for a soccer game World Cup match is going to be BTS.
BTS, Shakira, and Madonna. Now
that's a hell of a lineup.
It's a crazy lineup. Shakira obviously has global pull. She's great, and she has done the NFL halftime show.
Yeah. Has Madonna too?
But
I think.
Has Madonna done that?
It seems like she
I would think so.
It seems like that's an artist they would go and try to get. But maybe not.
I don't actually
I know Shakira
I didn't
has it.
look
We
that
all
up.
watched. I think we watched that. We all watched
Shakira
that
and
one.
J-Lo did it together, and that was great.
I remember that one.
And BTS, Jungkook was famously invited to do it, but his label screwed it up because he went into the army at the wrong time to be able to do it. So ARMY, the BTS fans, were very pissed at them. But the crazier one for me is Madonna, because she's like 67 years old.
Yeah,
the girl is still out there doing halftime shows.
Hey.
I mean, props, but like, damn, I wonder what her show's going to be like. I'm genuinely curious. Like, I'm excited about BTS, but I'm genuinely curious what Madonna's going to do on stage.
Me too.
What's it going to be?
When was the last time? I can't remember the last time I saw her on a stage. It's been a long time, right?
She must still be out there. I mean, she's putting out a new album or just put out a new album or something.
Okay.
But,
do you think it's,
so what do you,
so what do you think of BTS hitting that up? You going to be watching soccer this year?
Sure.
See that halftime show?
So I'm a little annoyed by the fact that FIFA is coming to the U.S. for the first time this year, just because I feel like it's corruption meets corruption. But
yeah,
that's more of a mildly alarm episode. But I am excited to see BTS get to do something that they wanted to do, and I think that if FIFA has a global audience, ironically, the U.S. is probably people who care about FIFA the least.
That's what I'm saying. U.S. is an interesting choice because I'm thinking they're probably like me, who's like soccer. I've never seen it.
Yeah, but I think that's probably why this is the first time they're doing a halftime show. Oddly enough, like I read a quote somewhere where they were like, "Of course, we're doing a halftime show in America because Americans can't hold their attention long enough, as opposed to global fans."
They can't just sit there for 15 minutes and do nothing.
Yeah,
they have to be satiated.
So that was funny, but no, I'm curious. I want to see how it goes. I mean, they've never done one, so it could be interesting. But I imagine it's probably just the same people who put on the NFL Super Bowl halftime show.
Do you think Dear Leader will be a part of the halftime show?
Oh, I hope not.
He comes out there and shakes all the hands of the BTS boys.
God, I really hope he doesn't shake the hands of BTS. That'll make me really sad for BTS.
Has he tweeted about it yet? Has he bleated about it, truthed it, where he's like,
I don't know.
Can't believe the first ever American halftime show we're gonna have these Korean boys who don't speak English hardly doing the halftime show.
Maybe he's even smart enough not to
cross FIFA.
BTS,
don't cross FIFA or the BTS Army.
Yeah, BTS Army should not be crossed. They will come for you.
I bet though, because FIFA gave him that special award, that medal, that trophy. I bet he does go to the games, and I bet he.
Maybe, but let's hope he goes to like the first one and not the one that they're playing.
The one for the money, the one for the title. He's definitely going to be at that one, right?
I don't know. Maybe they'll time out so he has to be in Iran or something.
This could be fun though. Yeah, like I've never watched a soccer tournament before, so could be fun.
I mean, the only soccer I've ever watched with you is when we're at like Kon Ki, which is a sushi place in the mall around here.
Yeah, they're always playing soccer.
And they play soccer on their televisions. And we've occasionally watched that and been like, oh, it's been 45 minutes and the score's still 0-0.
Nothing's happened. I was like, is this a replay or are they still playing? Because it's just like, they still are just running around the same patch of grass.
There's some global fan out there who's watching our show right now being like, what the fuck? These people don't understand soccer.
I know. I may not understand soccer, but I may not understand soccer, but I appreciate soccer because of the, it's a global sport. It is very athletic.
Very athletic.
Very athletic. I just never have watched it.
Yeah, same. But the few times that you and I have watched it, we were commenting on how athletic it was because they never stopped running for like 45 minutes.
I know.
It's not like basketball where like you occasionally get a foul shot or like, the timeouts are called and stuff. I don't know. Crazy. So I'm actually kind of excited to watch it. Won't be going to a game, obviously, but I'm excited to at least watch one on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, curious how this BTS Shakira Madonna halftime show.
I bet it's going to be a good show.
This is more of a future merriment, but I was excited to hear it this week.
Yeah, I bet that'll be a pretty decent show, and maybe if the NFL is watching, maybe they'll be like, let's get them boys too, and BTS can do the halftime show, because I think to me, like, there's certain groups that you look at them and you're like, that's a halftime performance right there. Like there's certain people you wouldn't put forth for a halftime, and there's certain people you would, and BTS feels like a group that could be a halftime show kind of group.
Yeah.
They just feel like they could be.
They're very hype.
Very hype.
Yeah.
But as much as I love Evanescence, not a halftime group.
Not super hype.
Not super hype. See what I'm saying? There's flavors. And I feel like when I look at BTS, you know me, I like production. I look at BTS and I'm like, we can work with this. So yeah, I would love to see them. That'd be awesome.
Yep. So looking forward to that on July 19th. But until then, people need something to do. So Justin, you came up with your top 10 movies that you think everyone should watch.
Yes. So to kind of build this a little bit, I have a friend, Maria, and she was telling me how she just doesn't watch movies, doesn't watch them. Blew my mind. And so I was like, if I made you a list of movies, would you watch these movies? And she kind of told me she would. I don't expect her to. But the fun was creating the list, because I love numbered lists. I'm a big fan of numbered lists. So I wrote down my top 10 like favorite movies that I feel like everybody should see. And here are 10 through 6.
Yes.
And
so
then,
let's work our way back through the list. We'll start with 10.
All right. So starting with,
I'm going to pull up the trailers for each of these.
Yes.
So that people can see the trailers, perhaps be interested in these, some of which are very old movies, and go find them.
So these are really in no kind of particular order, I would say. I could have probably worked on it harder and done that. But the first one I want to talk about is Dances with Wolves.
All right.
If we could get that one.
Yeah,
so Dances with Wolves. Let's say that this is number 10. I feel like everyone should see this movie. It's a great film. Kevin Costner. It's a cool, like, is it a Western? I think it's a pretty good, like, Western, but it's also just a really kind of heartfelt movie, I feel like. I love watching it. It is a bit long, but it's beautifully shot. I mean, look at these images. Look at these images on this old school film, and you know that they're filming this. But I love it. He plays John Dunbar, who goes out into the prairie and befriends the Sioux Indians, and kind of just starts living amongst them, and then things go really bad from there as other people are not as understanding and as curious as he is. I love it. It's a good movie about two very different people coming together, and of course there's a nice wolf in there where he gets his name, but you see there, I mean, I guess you could criticize it a little bit, saying that it's kind of like the white hero kind of story, but still, I've always really liked this movie. Saw it a long time ago. Had the VHS, and of course it would show up on the TBS Superstation all the time. But really love it, and the soundtrack to it. John Barry doing the soundtrack has always been one of my favorites. Dances with Wolves. If you have 3 hours in an afternoon, you can sit down and watch this one. It's a good story. I don't know why all of Kevin Costner's movies were really long, but out of all of them, this one was my favorite, because I definitely didn't like The Postman. Not a big fan of Waterworld, but Dances with Wolves definitely gets up there. The next one that I want to talk about is Pleasantville. I really love this movie. And there was a time in my life when it was playing on HBO on like repeat, and I would get off the bus and I would walk home and do my homework to this movie like every single day. And I for something about it that I just loved. I love the aesthetic of it, mainly because I guess I watched a lot of TV Land growing up, and I liked old shows. I watched
like I Dream of Jeannie.
yeah, I
and
watched
that kind of
at
stuff.
my Aunt Jul's house. I watched I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, Gilligan. So I liked these old classic television shows, and I love the acting. I love the over the top 50s style, like "Honey, I'm home" and all this kind of type stuff. And then, we have Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon get sucked into the television show. And as they're there, they start influencing people, and things, they start turning colors, and it becomes this interesting, almost civil rights 60s thing of like, hey, we don't want colors. We want the black and white. I don't know. It's just a really cool movie. And I've always loved it. I love Pleasantville. I just find it, and it's really funny. I think it's a pretty funny movie.
Also a concept recently ripped off by WandaVision. If you watched that.
It has a little, when I was watching WandaVision, I was thinking it feels like Pleasantville.
Yeah.
But
they go from the black and white to the color.
Yes. So I love Pleasantville is always a good one. And I like to watch that one at least once a year. Up next, The Terminator. And I know that like the perception of Terminator, especially the later ones, is kind of like cheesy action. And there's a little bit of cheesy action in the first one, definitely, for sure. But there's something about the first one that just feels, I don't know, it's just a really good movie. And of course, now, with AI being what it is, the movie feels like something we should watch to remind ourselves of the dangers that it could pose. But definitely like Arnold Schwarzenegger in this, he's young in his career. He isn't well known, so he doesn't have the normal tropes that you have with Arnold movies. But it's dark, it's gritty, it's got a really good story. I think it's a pretty good love story too, kind of mixed in there. What sucks about this is that I am not a fan of James Cameron, like, at all. I don't like the guy at all, but I really do love his movies. But yeah, it's really cool. Some really awesome scenes of one that stands out in my mind is when he's walking through the police station. That scene's badass. And of course we get the famous line, "I'll be back." Comes in that one. So yeah, Terminator is one that I feel like everyone should watch. It's just a really good movie, a little scary at times. But awesome. And then the special effects for the time that it was made, just a really good movie. Love the Terminator. Would love to watch this one soon. I think I'm itching to see it again. It's been a while since I've watched it, and definitely seen this. I'm like, yeah, we should watch the Terminator. Because you've never seen the Terminator, right?
I have not, no.
Oh.
I'm not a huge fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger in general, which I know it's more of like I don't know that a lot of women are fans of his. A lot of guys are fans of his.
Oh, it's funny that like, so. I am like unapologetically, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love The Predator, which I think is a really perfect movie for a guy.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's got like, it's a war film wrapped in a science fiction, wrapped in a horror film. And
we get one of the best lines. I'm going to have me some fun.
I'm going to have me some fun. I'm going to have me some fun. And if it bleeds, it can be killed. But yeah, I love The Predator. I love Last Action Hero, Jingle All the Way, Terminator movies. And T2, like T2 is really good. T2 is probably maybe the better one of them, but there's something about that first Terminator that I just feel like is a movie that anyone should see. Everybody would enjoy it if they watched it. It's really good. The next one is another movie. This is actually my aunt's favorite movie. Is Jaws. I saw this movie when I was very young for the first time, and I was terrified to go into the ocean. I still don't go into the ocean. I don't want anything to do with sharks. But definitely this movie is really good. It's very scary. It doesn't pull any punches. Like the shark literally eats dogs and children, and it doesn't pull any punches here. Of course, it has a great soundtrack, the dun 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 dun. But the back half of the movie is just so good when they get on that boat. And by the way, that boat, the Orca, is iconic. I remember my mom was telling me that, like, she asked me one time what I wanted for Christmas, and I was like, I want that boat. I loved that boat, and I finally got a Lego set of it. So I do have a Lego version of the Orca, and it just feels like this is like life coming full circle for me, that I finally did achieve this goal of having a model of the ship. But I love it. And then these guys fighting this shark. Quinn is a great character. He's a shark hunter, and I just love the idea that the movie poses of him when he is using the barrels to keep the shark afloat. And he harpoons this thing, and it just keeps bringing these barrels underwater. And he's like, I've never seen anything like this before. And he goes from being overly confident to terrified of this thing, this force of nature, this shark that shouldn't exist, but it does. Great movie, Jaws. Very scary. Very scary.
I didn't see it until recently, so I can't comment on it being scary because nowadays it's kind of funny.
Right.
But
I was a child when I saw this.
It was still a good movie. Like, it was entertaining to watch, and the funny scenes are really funny. And they do a good job of, like, building suspense with the shark. So
yeah.
I actually think it's still a pretty good movie.
The others are terrible. They did Jaws 3D, which is, whew, and then Jaws 4, The Revenge. Really bad movie. Michael Caine was in that movie, and I think they asked him, like, I don't know, why did you do this film? And he was basically like, I needed another house. I needed to pay off this one house. That's why I did it. This was really just for the money. Yeah. So yeah, the Jaws is one of my favorites. Always kind of like to watch that one around the summertime. And then lastly, I really love the movie Interstellar. I went to see this movie in the theater when it came out. I didn't know a ton about it, but I was speaking recently on how it made me feel, that it was one of those movies that I was watching it in the movie theater and kind of had the same experience that I had the first time I saw Jurassic Park, of just, I felt like we were going on this journey, and I was invested in the journey, and I felt like I was a part of this thing. And I don't know, it was very suspenseful. It had dealt with themes that I really enjoy, space, time travel, trying to find another planet. Our planet's failing. Humanity needs to be saved. And so they go out looking for this, potential world, and just, and how exciting that adventure was. So yeah, it was really great. Christopher Nolan, beautifully shot. And just, I don't know, the science behind it is just very trippy and fascinating, without giving anything away. But yeah, Interstellar was definitely one of those that it had an effect on me of, like, this is why we go to the movies. This is why we want to see movies, is to be taking on these adventures. And that's why I like Interstellar. So Interstellar is probably my favorite Nolan movie. So yeah, Interstellar. So those are my 5 movies for the week that I think everybody should see. Let me know if you've seen any of these and what are your thoughts on these movies, or, if you think there's one that out there that you really think that people should see, let us know. Maybe I haven't seen it. List. It's probably not. I probably have seen it, but just in case.
I probably have not.
You probably have not seen it. So I don't know. What do you think about? Friend. So what do you think about my list? Is there any of those movies that interest you?
I think we've talked about watching Interstellar for a while, so that's definitely one that interests me.
That's a good one.
Terminator, I just know how much you love it, so I'll probably watch it at some point.
It's so good. Terminator is good.
Yeah. I've seen Dance with the Wolves a long time ago, but if you were a kid who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, that movie was played constantly on TV. Uh-huh. So you've probably seen it several times.
And I was saying with commercials, it would be really
long. All afternoon.
It would take all day to watch that movie. I remember the VHS was the 2 tapes. Because we had the VHS, the box set was like this big, so you would have to like take the first tape out, put the next tape in.
Yeah.
Dance with Wolves are going. That soundtrack is really good. If anything, just pull up Spotify, pull up Dance with Wolves, and listen to the score. It is amazing. It is amazing.
All right. Well, that's our list for this week. It's our merriment for this week.
Hope you're feeling merry.
Yes. Please hit us with your favorite movie suggestions, or if you too are being accused of being a Chinese spy by a billionaire, by all means.
Yeah,
let us know.
If you're watching the show and being accused of that, please let us know. If there's anything we can do to help,
please let everyone know.
Yeah, let everybody know if someone's accusing you of that. Please don't keep that to yourself.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But as always, you can find Multiverse of Merriment on Thursdays at 6 a.m. on YouTube Music, and Spotify. Please give us a like or subscribe to the Mildly Alarmed channel if you like journeying through just various online and offline modes of merriment with us. But until next time,
take it easy.